Have you ever felt awkward trying to split a bill with American friends? Or didn't know what to say when the server brought the check? Today, you're going to learn exactly what native speakers say in these situations, and you'll never feel confused again. Hi, I'm your Daily English Edge instructor. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 7 essential English phrases that Americans use every single time they're paying for food, tipping, or splitting costs. These are real conversational patterns you need to know to sound natural and confident. Let's start. The most straightforward way to ask if everyone will pay their own share is to say, "Can we split the bill?" This is the neutral, friendly way Americans ask this question. You can also say, "Should we split the check?" Or "Can we go Dutch?" That last one means everyone pays for their own portion. For example, when the server brings the bill, you could say, "Hey, can we split the bill equally?" This is direct, polite, and everyone understands immediately what you mean. In America, tipping is expected, so when you're calculating how much to pay, you need to ask about the total, including the tip. Native speakers say, "What's the total with tip?" or simply, "What do I owe?" If you're splitting the bill with others, you might ask, "How much is my share before tip?" This helps you understand exactly what you need to pay. The tip is usually between 15 and 20% of the bill, and you calculate it on top of the subtotal. Sometimes you want to treat your friends to a meal. In English, we say, "I'll get this round," or "This one's on me." The word round refers to one occasion of buying drinks or food for a group. For example, you're at a coffee shop with colleagues and you say, "Don't worry, I'll get this round." Your friends understand you're paying for everyone. You can also say, "My treat," which is more casual and friendly. This phrase shows generosity and hospitality. If you prefer not to split one bill, you can ask for separate checks from the start. Say to your server, "Can we do separate checks, please?" Or, "Basi, we'd like separate bills." This makes paying much easier because the server brings each person their own bill. You don't have to calculate who paid what or worry about fairness. It's very common in America, and servers expect this request. Simply say it politely when you sit down or before you order. When you're paying cash, you hand the money to the server and say, "Keep the change," which means the extra money is their tip. For example, if your bill is $18 and you give 20, you say, "Keep the change." When paying by card, you can write a tip amount on the receipt, or you tell the server, "Add a 15% tip, please." These are the natural ways Americans handle tipping in everyday situations. If the bill is confusing or you want to understand what you're paying for, you can ask the server, "Can you break this down for me?" This means explain each item and the costs. You might say, "I don't understand this charge. Can you walk me through the bill?" Native speakers use this phrase when something doesn't look right or when they want to verify the amounts before paying. It's a polite, professional way to ask for clarification. If you're not sure about the tipping amount, just ask directly. Say to your server or your American friends, "How much should I tip?" In restaurants, the answer is typically 15 to 20%. For other services like haircuts or taxis, it might be different. Americans don't find this question rude. It's actually respectful to ask. You could also say, "What's a good tip for this?" or "Is 20% okay?" This shows you care about being fair and following local customs. You now know 7 real English phrases that will make you sound confident and natural when paying, tipping, and splitting bills in America. Practice these phrases out loud a few times so they feel natural when you use them. Subscribe to Daily English Edge for a new English lesson every single day. And remember, the more you practice real conversational English, the more fluent you'll become. Thanks for watching.